It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there's no love lost between these NFC South foes. It's the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints, next on Madden Football.
First opened in 1975, resurrected in 2006, we welcome you inside the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints, here in downtown New Orleans. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. We've got a couple of teams, Greg, that can make it happen with the defensive front. That's going to be a huge focus on this game.
With the importance of the passing game in today's NFL, Mike, you know how great it is to be able to disrupt that timing and throw off the quarterback's rhythm. And no better way to do that than by being able to get after them, especially with your defensive line. You don't have to blitz. You don't have to bring a fifth rusher. Keep that secondary intact. If this defensive line can cause havoc in the pocket for this quarterback, it's going to go a long way towards slowing down what's been a very good offense.
The kicker, Blake Grupe, set to start it. And off we go from the Superdome. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. And they're led by Bryce Young, the #1 overall pick, Greg, out of Alabama back in 2023.
When he was taken as the first overall pick in the draft a couple years ago, Mike, certainly was not because of his physical stature. It was because of his mind. It was because of his processing ability. It was because of all the intangibles that they believed they saw in his days coming out of Alabama. Now, he's gotten some experience under his belt from a rookie year that had its ups and downs. He has all the talent in the world. Now he's got to go out and just capture it and make it happen.
Give him 14 on that play, one first down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Oh, no, right at the start, he loses the football. The Saints have got it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it and which team does a better job taking it away.
So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. And their quarterback is the all-time leading passer for the Raiders, Derek Carr, the veteran.
Ever since Derek Carr came into the league, Mike, he's been historically a very passionate and productive NFL quarterback. He has the arm that can make every throw, but sometimes it's that arm that gets him into trouble. So he's got to find a little balance, a happy medium between aggressiveness and recklessness, because when he's playing well, they have as good a shot to win games as anybody.
He'll air it out deep for Wilson. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by J.C. Horn.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Panthers offense ready now for their second drive. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Tremble comes in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Young. Secured by the veteran, Adam Thielen. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
They work forward to the 40-yard line. Tackle there by Cameron Jordan. Second down and 8. Tremble comes in motion. Another run here with Hubbard. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's third down. Out of the shotgun, Young. The ball comes out. But he'll gather it back in.
And man, does he dodge a bullet right there, Mike, on that sack. He's fortunate. That ball bounced right back to him, and he's able to recover it and keep possession for his team.
On fourth down, the longtime special teams ace, Johnny Hecker, on to punt. Cedric Wilson back to receive. A fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Saints offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll go play action with Carr. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. Valdez-Scantling on the move. On the ground for the first time, this is Alvin Kamara. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. To throw, it's Carr. Open man, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. The shotgun. It's Carr. To the outside. Complete. It's Wilson.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design. Sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Valdez-Scantling on the move. On first down, Carr. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, New Orleans.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
A give running right with Kamara. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Here's a toss to the right for Kamara. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to third down. Carr working out of the gun. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And the Saints are going to have a first and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up first and goal.
Off the play fake. Here's Carr. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's second and goal. The tight end Moreau is in motion. They'll run it with Williams. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal. They'll try and run. Here's Kamara. And that big offensive line. Clearing space. He's in. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, Saints.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back. Even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan, everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Groupie able to add the extra point. And the Saints will take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. Velus Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. From the gun, it's Young. Back into the hands of Hubbard. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Off the play fake. Here's Young. That's taken it. It's Xavier Legette. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
Looking left side is tight end Tremble.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
They face second down and 7. Young hands it to Hubbard. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
On first down is Young. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system, and all these early sacks, yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. A run with Hubbard. Oh! Third and long. Young. That one into the hands of Thielen. He's got it. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball.
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. But he'll gather it back in. Well, the pressure was on there, and they do get him for the sack. Almost got a turnover out of it as well, Greg. Fortunate to keep possession.
Really fortunate, Mike. That ball ended up kind of bouncing back into a spot where the quarterback was able to fall on it, but you mentioned it. That play was very close to being a complete disaster for the offense.
Receiver in motion, headed left. Throwing on second down, Young. That's to the left side, hauled in by Leggett. The motion man is Sanders. From the gun here on third down, it's Young. That's to the right, caught by Sanders.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Piñeiro's kick is good. And the Panthers are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So Piñeiro had the field goal a moment ago. And now he's back out to kick it away. On the return, here's Mims. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Saints offense ready to get back to work. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They put Wilson in motion. First down throw for Carr. That pass caught right side, Valdez-Scantling.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
They motion the slot man left. Carr now on 2nd down. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the 1st down on a gain of 7.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
They'll motion their tight end Johnson. On the handoff, it's Kamara. Second and 7. The tight end Moreau is in motion. Into the hands of Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
It's a give now to Kamara. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Carr now. Catch made right side by Wilson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Here's Carr. This one caught at the 4. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that...
A dive, and he's in! Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Give him a 2nd touchdown on this one. What an opening quarter, Greg. 2 rushing touchdowns in the 1st.
Well, Mike, we kind of had a feeling this might be the case. They told us all week how important it was to get this guy involved early and often, and boy, have they ever. He has made his presence felt here early in this one.
Groupie able to add the extra point. The Saints extend their advantage to 14-3. after the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Panthers offense make their way out to take over once more. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Get this drive started on the ground. It's Hubbard. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup to about the 29. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Out of the shotgun, Young. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Jatavian Sanders was the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd down. Back to throw, Young. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here's Johnny Hecker now. And John to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Saints offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. And he's had an early impact on this game. Sensational start, and you know they're going to be looking his way more as this game goes on. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now, Carr. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
Now some movement up front. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today. To throw is Carr. Open man is Valdez-Scantling. One quarter in the books. The Saints out on top. More from New Orleans after this. Second and 11. On the give, this is Kamara. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down, and it'll go down as a loss of 2.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
3rd and long. Back is Carr. Quick throw, taken in. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson, and they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes...
Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
Second down, Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. He'll get that one to Valdez-Scantling. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Grupe's kick is good. And the Saints going to open up a 17-3 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He made the field goal a moment ago. Now Grupe back out to kick it away. Jones now on the return. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll go again with Hubbard. Changing direction there as he's able to pick up 3. Third and 5. From the gun, it's Young. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. 12 yards on that hookup. It's a Carolina first down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do. Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
On second down, Young. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now Young. And that is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
That is fielded at the 13. And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. The Saints offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. To throw, it's Carr. Here's a screen coming for Kamara. Now he's loose again. And they will get him down at the 35-yard line.
It almost feels in today's game, if you aren't a dynamic runner with the ball in your hand, you can't play. And I'll tell you what, Mike, that was never my thing. I'm not sure if I would have been as good in today's game.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Carr working out of the gun. This throw left side, taken in by the rookie wide receiver.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Now, a 2nd down throw from Carr. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
It's just so impressive to see how good these guys are, especially the veterans, Mike. They've been out there a long time, a lot of experience. They know exactly where they are on the sideline, not only to secure this catch, but to be able to toe tap and drag that 2nd foot. That's a big-time play by a big-time receiver.
He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. Again, it'll be Kamara. And he'll get about halfway there. That's a gain of 2, down to the 2. Third and goal. From the shotgun, it's Carr. That one, taken in. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Touchdown, Saints. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
Groupie able to add the extra point. And the Saints extend to a 24-3 lead. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. Raheem Blackshear on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. To throw, Young. That's over the middle to his tight end, Sanders. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
There's a short one caught by Sanders. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hands, and results in a completion.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. The motion man is Sanders. Young to throw on first down. That's to the right, caught by Sanders. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Young. That into the hands of Hubbard. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. The motion man is Sanders. From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
So on these play calls, Mike, on 3rd and inches, typically how it goes is we're going to try to take a shot, Then there's a medium zone option. And then the last resort is just pick up the first down with something underneath and get that fresh set of down. So in this case, he settles for the underneath throw, but it's still enough to pick up the first down.
And he'll bring it inside the red zone. Finding space. Gain of 7. Inside the 20. Second down and 3. The motion man is Sanders. Throwing on second down, Young. That's caught. It's the tight end, Sanders. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon. And frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
A throw, left side, caught by Sanders. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on third, and it sets up a first and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and third down conversions. Now after that last third down pickup, it's first and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
Ball resting on the 9. First down and goal. Out of the shotgun, Young. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Another shot at it from the 9. Second down and goal. To throw is Young. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was third down. To throw is Young. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Panthers cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So Pinheiro had the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back out to kick it away. On the return, here's Mims. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The home team's offense and veteran Alvin Kamara set to take over once more. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. First and 10 now from the 36. Carr now. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Carr now on second down. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 23 yards on that pass play. It's good for a Saints first down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
First down throw for Carr. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Second down, Carr. That's complete. It is Foster Moreau. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
On first down, Carr. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire. So the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
On the handoff, running left, it's Kamara. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So third down, forthcoming. Here's Carr throwing from the pistol. That one incomplete. They can't hook up there. And that incompletion takes us to the 2-minute warning. Here comes Blake Groupie for this field goal try. Officially, this will be a 43-yarder. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Saints going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
He made the field goal a moment ago. Now Groupie back out to kick it away. Jones now on the return. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The visitors' offense and Bryce Young set for their next possession. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Young. That one taken in right side by Leggett.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, These types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now Young. He'll go right and find his running back. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
On 1st and 10, here's Young. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
A throw left side, taken in by Thielen. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Young to throw on 1st and 10. Got his man at the 6. And he's going to be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Eddie Pinheiro going to come on to try a field goal now. This about as short as you can get. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Panthers cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. He'll take it in at the goal line. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what has been to this point a one-sided game. As we'll send you over to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by. He's got the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the halftime report. We just watched a solid first half from the veteran running back, Alvin Kamara. He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The home team's offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the third quarter. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Valdez-Scantling on the move. On 1st down, they'll start out with Kamara. And he'll manage to get to the 33. A'Shawn Robinson there on the play. Second down and 8. They're going to go right back to Kamara. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
On 1st down, they'll stay with Kamara on the ground. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Carr working out of the gun. He'll take a shot. Looking for Wilson. And he will go all the way. Cedric Wilson. Touchdown, New Orleans. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
On comes Blake Grupe for the PAT. He gets it to go. The Saints will extend this third quarter lead. After the touchdown, it's Grupe to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Blackshear. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. And, look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back, and in some of these coverage units, when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Young to throw on 1st down. Quick throw, taken in. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. On the give, it's Hubbard. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Going to set up the screen here to Hubbard. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
From the gun here on third down, it's Young. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. A give up the middle, it's Hubbard. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Young quickly out to Leggett. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's good for a Panther first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
On first down is Young.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Here's 2nd and 9. The motion man is Sanders. We're going to run right over center with Hubbard. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. The motion man is Sanders. Now Young. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. And that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Piñeiro's kick is good. And the Panthers will cut into that lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
So Piñeiro had the field goal a moment ago. And now he's back out to kick it away. On the return, it's Williams. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The home team's offense and Derek Carr set to take over once more. And as we take you through some of the highlights so far, you're going to see a lot of passing yards. He has carved up this defense over 300 yards passing in the game and has been sharp right from the start. First and 10. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. Carr now to throw on first down. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun, it's Carr. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
On 1st and 10, Carr. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays. And frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
Now, 2nd down throw from Carr. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
3rd down and 9. Now Carr. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. A gain there of 11. 1st down, New Orleans.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
A give up the middle with Kamara. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Carr now on 2nd down. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped. And that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Carr from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, the one he was looking for. And now it's 4th down.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
The Panthers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Young. Open man downfield is Leggett. And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 40-yard line. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
They'll run it. It's out of the gun, and it's Hubbard. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Moore going in motion. Throwing on second down, Young. That's to the right, caught by Sanders.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Hubbard. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
On second down, Young. That's complete. Some more on the right side. 11 yards on the pass there. It's a Carolina first down.
Points have certainly been hard to come by in this one today, Mike, but it seems like this drive has been what they've been searching for. A little bit of rhythm, the ability to sustain. Now they got to finish. Now they got to capitalize on these first downs and go finish with 6.
There's a short one caught by Sanders. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Moore going in motion. A second down throw for Young. He'll tuck it and take off. And Young will have a first down, able to slide to avoid the contact at the end of the play. 13 yards on that one. Move the sticks. It's a first down.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
Over the middle, he's got Leggett. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
And that ball incomplete over the middle. The pass intended for Xavier Leggett. And it'll bring up 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Young. And he's close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him short, put him down at the 1.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep.
And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Chuba Hubbard, touchdown, Panthers.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. So now the Panthers and Young will attempt the 2-point conversion. He'll drop to throw. That's pulled in. And they're able to tack on the two-point conversion.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. Here's Williams on the return. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Now, out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Carr to throw. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. 2nd down, Carr. This throw left side, taken in by Johnson. Third down, 3 to go. Carr working out of the gun. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's not going to get to the sticks. He'll wind up losing yardage as they mark him short of the first down, and it sets up 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
Blackshear to return. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The visitors' offense and their back Chuba Hubbard set to come back on the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Young hands it to Hubbard. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Another run here with Hubbard. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Now the offensive coordinator's got a decision on his hand, Mike. It was 2nd and 1. He decides to go with a conservative run. Gets stopped for no gain. He's in the exact same position now on 3rd down. Does he try to change it up, or does he just turn around and hand it off again?
They'll try to run for it with Hubbard. And he's going to have a Panthers 1st down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
It's to the right side and corralled by Thielen. A pickup of 15 in the air. It's good for a Panther first down.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
They'll motion over Thielen. Young to throw on 1st and 10. They'll go right back to Thielen. Again, it's complete. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
On the give, it's Hubbard. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 3rd and 2. The motion man is Sanders. From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. And that is incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll go for it with Hubbard. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down. This offense making its way back on the field, led by their wide receiver. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Here's Carr throwing from the pistol. This one is caught by Moreau. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
From the shotgun, it's Carr. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Seems like the quarterback was a little predetermined in his read. I think he decided even before seeing the coverage where that ball was going. Next time, read the coverage. Let the play unfold. Don't force something that's not there.
Carr now. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
All these stops are great. You're trying to cut back into this deficit, find your way back into this game. but the defense can make as many stops as they want, Mike. This game's going to come down to what does their offense do when they take the field.
The Saints will punt this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth-quarter lead. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Panthers offense ready to get back at it. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. The motion man is Sanders. Young to throw on 1st down. That one taken in right side by Leggett. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Back to throw, Young, and he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Saints offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll go again here with Kamara. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up 2nd and long. Third and 6. Throwing is Carr. He's got his man complete to Wilson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, I think one thing's for sure, Mike. I don't think we're seeing an offense that is comfortable with this late lead. They're continuing to put pressure on the defense and say, hey, I don't care how much we're up by. We're going to continue to execute our passing game, and if there's opportunities downfield, we're going to continue to take them.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll work the middle here with Kamara. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now, Carr. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
So often we see a team that's milking a 2-score lead get very conservative, especially in the fourth quarter, but not this coach. He says, all right, I might have a 2-score lead. I want to make it 3. He's trying to put as much pressure on his opponent possible here down the stretch late.
Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
Second down and 3. To throw is Carr. This one caught at the 4. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
From a little closer, here's 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Carr. That is caught by the tight end. Juwan Johnson. Touchdown, Saints. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Groupie now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Saints will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Blackshear. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to take over possession of the football. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Out of the shotgun, Young. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Throwing on second down, Young. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now Young. He'll try to run for it. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. They'll go. Young. That's taken in. And he's going to have the 1st down. An aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on 4th down.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for 4th down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense. Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
On 2nd down, Young. He's going to tuck it and go. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
You can see here, Mike, the impact that sending your receivers deep does to the defense. You add so many layers, and the defense has to get so much depth in their pass coverage. It leaves a lot of room underneath, and that's exactly what the quarterback takes advantage, tucks the ball down, turns into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
There he goes again. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Here's the pistol snap to Young. His tight end Tremble over the middle. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back, because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception, and the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out dropped it.
A 2nd down throw for Young. They'll set up the screen here to Hubbard. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. They'll go play action with Young. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there, or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
A gain of 21 as they get the conversion on 4th down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Move back to the 10. They'll try here on 2nd and goal. One more time, it's Hubbard. And he gets this one down inside the 10, but it will set up 3rd and goal. They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's 3rd and goal. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. On the ground, it's Kamara. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it. You know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. On 1st down, they'll stay with Kamara on the ground. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. The tight end Moreau is in motion. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5. They'll give this to Kamara, running right. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Kamara. The Saints lining up in punt formation, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This fielded inside the 35. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. So this one, a win for the Saints. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game, and they send their fans home quite happy. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Saints are winners, as we say so long from New Orleans.